Hello, friend. Today we're going to talk about response. And this video was drawn out of me based off of a newsletter that I sent out a few days ago. When Ra first entered into teaching human design, and when he got all this information, he thought, oh, this is going to be easy. Teach all the generators and manifesting generators how to respond, and poof, everybody's going to be correct. Human design is not going to be around for very long because everybody's going to be correct, know how to do it. They're going to adopt it into their life. Bang. And then he went, wow. He was shocked that we don't trust ourselves, that the generators, manifesting generators, do not trust themselves. So can you help me out? Grab your chart. Hopefully you got it with you. If not, put an image of it in your mind if you can, please. And I want to have this to be interactive because the whole point of this is response. And for sacral beings, it's that. It's that noise. Okay? We're going to really talk about that. It's about trusting those guttural sounds. So can you help me out? Grab your chart, put it into your mind, and let's move forward. So the sacral center, sacral, energy resource, I say sacral. This red square right here, this is my body graph. Okay, this is my chart that we're looking at. That red square is the powerhouse behind this whole illusion. It's the powerhouse behind the whole illusion. That red square is the energy resource. This creates the aura for the generators and manifesting generators. And that aura is open and enveloping. And it also is here on this planet as the life force center or function. Without this, there is no illusion. There's no illusion. And why am I saying that? If you were to absolutely this whole thing, color it all in, okay? Color in all of the gates, all of the gates or traits that we call them in the business language, all of the lines or qualities or characteristics, color them all in. Color in all of the centers, everything. Have this whole thing colored in. What you would create is an emotional manifesting generator. Really? Okay. So now what? Well, an emotional manifesting generator is creating the energy of an open and enveloping aura. It is creating response. So the universe has the law of attraction as its fundamental law. Absorb that for a moment. And that fundamental law is originated out of the sacral center because the sacral, or the energy resource, creates the type. It creates that aura. So that's the whole foundation of our particular illusion. Now, if we, you and I, can get this response to just be who we are, wow, that is an entirely different world that we could be living in. So what is response? Response is the momentum of this physical body, the movement of this physical body based off of being asked for this energy. This particular energy has to be requested. So if you are not a generator or a manifesting generator, comprehend that it is important for you to ask for that energy. That's the whole point of this. The moment that that energy is told what to do, it's enslaved. And we want to adjust that. We want to flip all of this into health, into healthy influence, healthy movement, healthy planet. And how we can do that is by people requesting. I'm a manifesting generator. I need to request that energy of my fellow manifesting generators and generators as well. So it's about asking, can you? Can you help me with this? Can you work at this? Can you cut the grass? Can you do the dishes? Can you do this project for work? Can you? And then it's to listen to, mm-hmm, mm-hmm, I have available energy. This is a powerhouse. This is like this massive ball of energy that just sits there. It's the ovaries, it's the testes. It's about production, reproduction. And that energy has to be asked. Can you do such and such? Can you do such and such? So that it can respond. Because if this energy is being used from a place of reaction or initiation, the frustration is what permeates our planet. And that's where we are. Okay. So I'm going to give you some examples here. Now that I understand this whole, thing with the sacral center and being asked for my energy, I can now see how the universe, okay, we're going to start there. The universe will initiate me. The universe will initiate me. I'm going to give you this example. I have examples. I could probably do 800 videos about this. 800 examples minimum. Probably 800 hours of it. Because I've had 44 years going, okay, I've been able to look back, see it, understand it, and go, oh, that's what was happening. So here's one particular day. I was going to town to grab groceries. I usually have my regular places that I go. I live on the west side of in the country from the city, and I usually shop on the west side so that I don't have to drive through all the traffic. I don't have to go to the east side. On this particular day, my vehicle, okay, my actual vehicle that I'm driving and this vehicle right here, took me to a grocery store that I never go to. I shouldn't say never. I maybe go there maybe once a year, maybe. And all of a sudden I'm walking, I'm like, okay, I guess this is where I'm going. Go in the door and I grab my cart and I'm just entering in. I'm at the produce section and I look up and there's a lady that I worked with at the financial institution that I worked at for 10 years. She had gone through cancer, had gone through breast cancer, and she had just taken her last treatment, and she was in there grabbing some groceries, and she just broke down bawling. And her and I stood there and spoke for an hour and a half. And in that time that I was in that store, I ran into 6 different people that I don't converse with every day. Did I need her and did she need me? Yeah. So it's about just, it's about watching. My mind was trying to go, why are you at this store? You don't even like to um, shop here. What are you doing? Let's go back to where we're supposed to be. But the physical body just moved me. I just got out of the vehicle. I grabbed the cart. I went in. So it's response doesn't always have to be, somebody asking. Okay. However, I'm going to put a caveat here. When the universe guided my vehicle there was no thought process taking place besides the nasty chatter like, what are you doing? Well, this isn't regular. Get out of here. You don't even like being on this side of town. What are you doing? Right? There's all this clutter, a clattering, and not so nice conversation that's happening. But I can recognize it. Not all the time. Don't get me wrong. I don't all the time can recognize the difference. But it was about not following and going, oh yeah, frick it, I'm going to go to the other store because that's where I always go. It was about just dropping into the physical body and going, okay, so there's something that's here that obviously I require. So that's a universal kind of nudge or movement that you can respond to. The other one, of course, is people asking you. So as we sit here, I asked you, can you grab your chart? Maybe you're running and you're just listening to this on your headphones as you run. No, you can't grab your chart. So, can't do that. And when I said, can you put it into your mind? Oh, can do that. It's those questions and connecting to that guttural noise that comes up. And here's what I love is that when I'm having conversations with people, when I'm doing sessions with people, like do you see this ninth trait right here? It's defined twice in my bodygraph. Paying attention and watching people has always been very fascinating to me. So when I do sessions, I point out to people, there's your sacral. And they're like, what? Okay, we just had a conversation, we were just chatting, and you were grunting. You were moving in, you were leaning into the conversation. The sacral went, Oh, really? So I go back to the video, right? Whenever you got time, just, can you re-listen and then watch? And if you have to rewind again, just start to listen how your physical body is always, 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 always responding to whatever's in your aura. Here's another example. I was doing a session for a lady and like she was really upset. And for the first 40 minutes of the session, it was all about the outside world. He did this, she did that, this happened, blah, blah, right? It was all the mind, okay? The not self conditioned mind. And that not self conditioned mind always has an agenda. And that not self conditioned mind wants to be validated. I don't validate not self. I don't validate it. That's the whole point of me being in human design, being a consultant and an infopreneur for this information. I don't validate the not self. And she wanted me to. And she kept hammering and hammering at these stories and hammering at them. And then there was this point that I can't remember if I made a statement or if I asked her a question. I cannot recall that. But her sacral center went, Mm. Mm. It reverberated her entire central column. And there was a little bit of a silence. And then I, continued on because it was kind of a test for me as well. We continued on with the session. And from that moment forward, the rest of the session was about I. I this, I that. This is how this, I. So we moved on for about 10 minutes and I said, can you do me this favor? Can you please go back to the session and, at about the 40-minute mark, rewatch how your sacral center, you trusted, you allowed the sacral center, it engaged, you heard it, and the adjustment to the session took place. And no longer was the not self agenda prominent and wanting to be validated. The sacral center or energy resource was grunting, moaning, groaning, in agreement, mm-hmm, or mm-mm, mm-mm, or mm. There was this engagement, and all of a sudden the whole thing changed around, and she could hear me. Because I the whole time, I'm not validating the not self, waiting for that sacral to engage, asking different questions, making different, statements, just to engage the sacral in the conversation. But the noise and the action of her throat or communication and action center was so prominent, and she has thyroid issues, that the sacral center was completely squashed until it wasn't. Until it found its like sliver to get in there, and then the whole session took over through the sacral center. Completely, it was like a completely different session. First 40 minutes, next half an hour. And you can sure get a lot done in a half an hour when the sacral center's engaged, because it's going, But when the not self agenda and is trying to get people to validate it, it's noisy, it's cluttered, it is so distracting to you and to me. And then what happens is the permeation of the frustration goes out. And a conversation that I had about projectors was, we, as a manifesting generator or a builder, I don't want a bitter projector in my aura. And you know what? They do not want to have to try to guide a frustrated manifesting generator or generator either. They don't want to be absorbing that. Why would you want to absorb that? So let's reverse a little bit. Here we are, this center, energy resource, super freaking powerful. It's a life force energy. It is creating our entire illusion. The entire illusion is created here. Law of attraction. Ask the universe, it gives an answer. People also need to ask you. So, can I help you? So as a projector, guiding those manifesting generators and generators, if you want to snap them out of that not self agenda, and instead of validating the not self agenda and, oh, poor you, oh, that happened, aw, Snap them out of it. Ask some questions. Can I help you? Can I give you some advice? So that they can go, mm-mm. Snap them out of it. You get to do that. Now, let's hammer back to response versus reaction. Okay. Here's reaction. I have a garden, and in that garden, I have some massive zucchinis that were created this year. Like, they are ginormous. And they're right now, they've been sitting on my counter for a week. And every time I walk into my kitchen, my mind says, you need to do something with those zucchinis. What are you going to make with those zucchinis? Don't let those zucchinis sit there very long. Why are you not doing anything with those zucchinis? Look at those zucchinis are still sitting on the counter. This constant natter and chatter that happens. And I could easily walk over there and make something. But the satisfaction of my physical body has been working in my office this week, creating video content just like this, responding to emails, responding to classmates, responding to the interaction with my peeps. So the physical body is not in the kitchen, doing anything with these zucchinis. And my mind is freaking the fuck out. Like, why are you not doing anything? There's also some bananas there. So, could whip up a nice little creation. There's no response. However, I'm not saying that there's never going to be a response. Because this is my little trick. Here's your life hack. You do not have a design like mine, but this is my life hack that I use. I write down all those ideas that may pop into my mind. Okay, because we all have this, right? The mind is like, oh, idea, oh, opinion, oh, look at that, got a breakthrough and an insight, poof, get going, oh, work at it, what are you doing, right? And all this tension's in there and trying to move forward in it. And the mind's trying to do that with my zucchinis. Okay, very simple example. So what I do is I write down, okay, so zucchinis need to be created into something, or frozen, whatever. My windows need to be done. I have a whole list on here of different videos, okay, different content, different creations, okay, tons. Like, there's probably a year's worth of material here. But I wrote it down only. And then what takes place is I say to the universe, can you just bring me the person that needs this material? And I'll get a comment on YouTube, or somebody will send me an email, or somebody will text me, or I get a phone call. And all of a sudden, what's there is being asked of me. Somebody's requesting my energy. Excellent. When and if the body responds, it's always responding, so I shouldn't say if. When the body responds, it might be a I can do that. It might be a nope, not happening. Or it might be a give me a bit. Or ask me later. And then that's the response. If I were to take action on all of the shit that happened in my mind, if I were to initiate on that, I will guarantee you that you see this channel here, this 34 from the energy resource that goes up to the throat. This is the channel of charisma. I would guarantee you that if I initiated on all of that, I would have completely blown my thyroid out of my body. I would have thyroid issues, and I don't. Luckily, I don't know why or how. I kind of do, because I'm here. Human design bumped into me, and it gave me all of these experiences and examples, and it allowed me to trust myself. And I'm not saying that my mind never initiated. That's not correct. That would be a complete lie. My mind has initiated me in my life. And at those moments when I'm working away, there is frustration. Shit doesn't work. The software program doesn't work. I don't have the energy for it, but I'm pushing through. I grit. That's what happens when the mind is initiating, creating a reaction from your body to take action. And then you're doing this action and you're like, how the fuck did I get here? I fucking hate this. Oh my God, why am I here? Why isn't anything working for me? Understand that 80,000, this is some of the stats I've seen online. I have no idea if that's a real number or not. I can't be certain. But approximately 80,000 thoughts go through our head every day. 80,000 thoughts. And that not self agenda wants to be validated, so it pushes you into reaction. You react, and then you're super fucking frustrated. You're gritting your teeth. I've been there. I know this. Okay? One of my least favorite jobs is cutting grass. Least favorite jobs. And prior to, really honing in on this life hack of writing out my list and then waiting for my body to respond, I'd just be like, fuck, this grass needs to be done. Just go do it. Just go frickin' do it. Grit my teeth. The whole time I'm crumbling, mumbling, my new house isn't gonna have any grass. All this stuff is happening, right? All this natter chatter bullshit is happening in my mind. And I'm just pushing through. And yeah, I can get a lot done. So can you. Through frustration. Holy fuck, we can work. But I don't want to work in frustration. It doesn't suit, doesn't serve my body. Then my back hurts and my hips are sore and I'm like, ugh, I gotta take another shower because it's like, ooh, God, I have grass all over me. I'm sweaty, I'm dirty. But when I just write it down, these things need to be accomplished. I know that. Unfortunately, things need to be accomplished in our life. We are living on the material plane, okay? We're living on the material plane. Production, reproduction, life force, it's all taking place. We are living on the material plane. Ego is definitely a part of that, but we can get into that in another day. We're living on this material plane. We're here to be builders, right? Builders, workers, builders. We're making this stuff, okay? So I write down all this stuff and then I just engage with that list and let my body move me. Again, the mind, right, sees the zucchinis. Get in the kitchen and frickin' make something out of those zucchinis. Why haven't you made anything out of those zucchinis? What's going on? That is the initiation of the mind. I have all these great ideas pop down, poof, 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 from the universe. Okay, somebody will ask me for that, and they do, and then the creation can happen. Massive difference between reaction, gritting your teeth, getting after it, going for it, feeling frustrated, things aren't working, there's no ease, there's no grace. I can get it done. Been there. Or, look at where the body has me today. I guess we're, cutting the grass today. I guess we're doing the windows today. I guess we are, making videos today. I don't script everything out. I don't, put, make a calendar, contrary to people that are making thousands of dollars a month on YouTube. I am here to respond. I want to operate my physical being the exact same way that I am asking you to. I can't operate in a different way. Go along with, old gray-haired men and all of their ideas in business if I'm asking you to shift your paradigm into this new way of being. So I watch the body respond. It will move me to where I need to be. It will move me to whatever. And if the mind is nattering and chattering and wants validation, there is frustration that ensues that is right there all the time. Now, contrary to popular belief, we are all told to make shit happen. Only 9% of the population have an aura that's built for that. Our manifestors, our innovators, they have closed and repelling auras. They can open up doorways. They are built for that. That super strong auric field is built to push and make way for the rest of us. We have an open and enveloping aura. Like, why would you want to make your physical body sick and diseased and it's breaking down because we're fucking pushing through life and we're gonna get this shit done and yeah, you can make money that way. Guaranteed you can. But is money so important that you break down your physical body? Because when you have money, well, then I can pay for healthcare. I can go to the gym if I have money. I'd have more time to do that. I can, blah, blah, blah. All these bullshit stories come out of the not self mind. And you're pushing through and you're trying to be like everybody else. I watch how this all plays out. I watch our millennials. Tons of them are making a shit ton of money on the internet. Are they healthy? I watch our, I don't know what all the generations are called, but I watch our, 50, 60-year-old generation, and they pushed their bodies so hard, and they're sick as fuck. And they're keeping, the pharmaceutical companies wealthy. They got caught in the rat race. They got told what to do. And my job, my purpose in life as a right angle cross of contagion is to use my physical body in response to what needs to be presented to those people on my fractal so that they can shift their paradigm. I have the channel of money, people. I'm here to make money on this material plane. I'm here to educate. And I'm going to do that charismatically. And I'm going to do it through cycles. I'm going to mature through every step of my life. I'm going to pay attention I'm going to use my conservative values, my ability to see what needs to be corrected. And then I get to use my energy resources and commit and persevere only through response, not because the not self is, asking me to validate its bullshit. And then I get to contribute to you and stimulate you to step into a completely new. We are on the leading fucking edge of this shift, you guys. Can you feel it? Can you feel it? Mother Nature's going like, all right, let's get at her. Let's do this. Is there crisis? Is there conflict? Yeah, but that is how I get to come to self-actualization. And I'm going to provoke you. Some of you can watch this video right through to the end. Some of you cannot. And I'm either going to deliver or deny my willpower to you, depending on our interaction. Today I'm delivering. Tomorrow I might deny. And it's all based off of response. I'm not perfect. I'm not perfect. Do you see this up here? Totally open head, totally open ajna. Holy shit. I hear things all day long. I am by myself 90% of the time, 90 probably 5% of the time. I'm by myself on my farm. And the things that go on inside of here, because, we're built to be antennas. That's, our minds are the antennas, and we can get into that at a totally different time. But our minds are not here to make our decisions. Our minds are beautiful effing authorities, outer authorities, okay? Beautiful effing outer authorities when we are fully sitting in the strategy and authority for our type. And when we make decisions from the inner authority, letting the intelligence of this physical body navigate this plane without the not self getting in the way and having you or anyone else validate its bullshit. It has an agenda. But do you know that that whole thing could look completely different? And instead of the not self agenda, it could be healthy influence, healthy outer authority. And how do we get there? Strategy and authority. And watching the response of your body. I don't even know how long this video is at this moment, but have I stopped moving, responding, interacting with your energy? No. Because my auric field is going, okay, let's interact with these people, and it's picking up what's on the other side of this camera. Like, we're in this information soup. Respond only. And the moment that you hear the mind, let yourself giggle at it. Like, I giggle a lot because it's entertainment. I'm not taking action on it. I always say, hey, thanks for your opinion. Thanks for the reminder that the zucchinis are there. Thanks. I appreciate that. It's not about validating its pissiness. It's not about validating it so that my physical body has frustration and then my physical body breaks down. That's not what this is about. This is about using your energy and my energy in a healthy way so that satisfaction can permeate this fucking planet. And then when we're satisfied, we tip the scales. 70% of the population are generators or manifesting generators. We tip the scales. So when you're listening to the mind and it is trying to drag you into its agenda and it's trying to get you to validate it, recognize it, see it. We all have a story, okay? We all have this beautiful story. Awesome. Love it. But when the story is running the life and the trauma that sits within that story has created a misfire or a decoding, and the not self is making decisions off of that, you are validating the not self agenda. Or you use that story as, hey, this was my experience. This was my experience. And then when somebody asks you, you get to go, hey, awesome. I love that. Thank you very much for asking me. Here's my experience of it. And you become this beautiful outer authority. You cut through the noise. And you can express yourself in a way that's so fucking satisfying. Like, satisfaction is yumminess. It's juicy. Why do you think that the projectors and, why do you think that they want to be us? Because this fucking life force center is juicy as hell. Like, there's sex happening here, there's money being generated here, there's self-actualization happening here, there's a transcendence of energy. There's a transcendence of our limitation happening here. There is a lot of shit going on in this sacral center. Yet we totally fucking disregard it and give the not self all of the power. Can you begin today to be inside your body? Can you do that? Can you take a deep breath? Can you recognize your feet on the ground? Can you recognize your ass in your chair? Can you feel that coffee cup in your hand? Can you just bring your awareness back into your body? And now, can you also have a really good giggle at how the mind just went, hey, you need to go do this. Quit fucking relaxing. Hey, get over there and do that. Just giggle. The freaking zucchinis are going to be there. They are not going anywhere. Because my husband is not going to create anything with those zucchinis. And guess what? Like it or hate it, if those zucchinis go bad and rot, and I end up hucking them out, that's okay. Because they're just going to go back into the garden and create fertilizer. Be in your body. Enjoy it. Love it. And this goes for all types. Not just our manifesting generators or our builders on this planet. Please be inside your body. Lean in. Lean out. Trust that your physical body will indicate to you what is correct. And you can then be a beautiful outer authority and influence the people in your life in a healthy way. Instead of all of this crap and bullshit and this and that and pushing everybody's not self agenda. And I'm just going to throw this out there. There is absolutely F all in this world besides you. Nothing. You're creating it all. This is your illusion. So my question to you is, would you prefer an illusion that has satisfaction? Or do you prefer the frustration, the teeth gritting, getting shit done? Do you prefer that? You get to lean in, you get to grunt, you get to do what you need to do. But here's what I'm asking. Can you help me out? Can we shift this paradigm from pissy, frustrated, angry, bitter, disappointed fucking people all over this planet to a completely different energy? Let's turn it at a complete 180. Honor what's taking place. Honor our physical bodies. Wouldn't it be awesome? Wouldn't it be friggin' awesome? Like, anyway, thank you. What I'd like to say is this was all sparked because I was asked to do a newsletter. So I created the newsletter. I sent it out to my people. There was still confusion. Again, totally, wow, that response and reaction are elusive to people as manifesting generators and generators. Okay. And this is not a judgment. This is not a judgment at all. This is about witnessing it, observing it, those details. Okay. So if you feel called, because I enjoy doing my newsletters. If you feel called, please click on the subscribe to my newsletter in the description and subscribe. And if you appreciate this video and you appreciate what I'm bringing to the table, I would love it if you could share this video, have conversations with the people in your life that are generators, manifesting generators, have conversations with each other. Oh, hey, what the fuck is your not self saying today? Don't validate anybody's bullshit. Don't validate it. Government. We have this, oh God, we have all these adults walking around and they're acting like worse than kindergarten children. What the frick are we putting out there into our universe? What are we putting out there? Like, I can't even imagine what the aliens, they must go like, whoa, what a noisy fucking planet. What is going on down there? They come and they have to check it out because they're like, why is there so much noise? Static. Why is there so much chaos? What in the F is going on? We came here to be self-reflected beings. How are we going to do that? You don't validate the not self. And you honor the physical body moving you from place to place to place. All right. Thank you very much. Please subscribe, like, share, subscribe to my newsletter. I love doing this content, and there's tons of passion here, and I will see you in the next video.